Welcome to Guru Trader video for Wednesday, April the 7th, 2010. Here's the market movers that we're looking at today. On the Toronto Stock Exchange Venture, new symbol APH, ALDA Pharmaceuticals Corp, 28 cents. New symbol V.CUU, Copper Fox Metals Inc., 26 cents. New symbol V.DOD, Diamond Frank Exploration Inc., 13.5 cents. On the Toronto Stock Exchange, ELR, Eastern Platinum Limited, $1.63. We've mentioned that one before. On the OTC Bulletin Board, SIRI again, Sirius XM Radio Inc., 93 cents. We followed that before. On the AMEX, RNN again, Rexahn Pharmaceuticals Inc., 205. And lastly, on the New York Stock Exchange, BEE again, Strategic Hotel and Resorts, 506. Let's take a closer look at these stocks. All right, new symbol on the Toronto Stock Exchange Venture, APH, ALDA Pharmaceuticals Corp, 28 cents, up 11.5 cents. It's a 70% move. Showed up on the percentage gainers and on the volume actives. Over 6 million shares have traded out of a total of about 58 million shares. $16 million company. 52-week high is 74 cents, which it did on November the 3rd, right here. And the low was 15 cents, which it did on June the 30th. Chart hasn't really done anything over the last year. If you look at the longer term chart, let me see here. Wow, it's up to 35 cents now. Okay, anyway, the 5-year chart here, this stock has been to $1.50 and been as low as pennies, back up to 50 cents. So anyway, they announced today that they received permission to sell products in the U.S. They were assigned a Food and Drug FDA NDC number, which allows it to sell its OTC monograph products in the U.S. They referenced the Olympics and being the official supplier of Canadian Olympic team for antiseptic, hand sanitizer, disinfectant, and disinfectant cleaning products. Company's also been selected as one of the TSXV Venture 50 companies in the technology and life sciences sector for 2010. Now, looks like they run this thing up on fairly high volume, quick ascent, and then it tends to sell off. So you might want to check into, what kind of news is this company going to follow that up with. Anyway, it looks like an interesting pharma company we're putting on our radar. Another new stock, CUU, Copper Fox Metals, 26 up 5.5, 27% move. Volumes just under 5 million, 258 million shares outstanding, $67 million market cap. Previous 52-week high was 22.5 cents, which it did on January the 19th. The low was 6 cents, which it did June the 1st of last year. Very nice 1-year chart. Higher highs, higher lows, almost a 45-degree angle. Now, they announced Copper Fox updates status of feasibility study and reports 2010 first quarter financial results. They referenced their, what's it called, Shaft Creek deposit, which they acquired from Teck, it looks like. Various financial terms in there worth looking into, so we're throwing it out there. If you're a 26 center, be interested to know what they're going to do with that property, what stage they're at. I don't know if it's a producing property or an exploration property or development property, but anyway, showed up today on the percentage gainers and volume active, so we're throwing it out there. DOD, Diamond Frank Exploration, another new one, 13.5 cents, up 3 cents. It's a 28% move, and 2 million shares have traded. 20 million shares outstanding, 2.7 million market cap. The 52-week high was 12 cents, which it did on yesterday, and April the 6th, and the low was April the 9th last year at 3 cents. So there's the high. So there's, it looks like it wants to break through that. Let's see if it settles down and pulls back, or if it smashes through that and makes a new level. They announced they optioned rare earth elements property in Kippawa. Be nice to know what kind of schedule they're going to look at as far as exploration. Do they have any money in the bank? Stuff like that. Company's been around since 2008. It's never been above 30 cents, and not really above 20 cents. It's spent most of the year under 10 cents. They're at Laval, Quebec. Their properties are near North America's most well-known areas for heavy rare earth potential. The property comprises 18 claims in the vicinity of the V.DOD township. The terms that they acquired the property, the shares, the cash that they spent, and so it looks like a play that's just starting. Let's find out how far along they are, and we're putting it on the radar for now. ELR, quickly, Eastern Platinum Limited, followed it for a long time. It always seems to come up, but never makes the final cut. It's not a small cap like the other ones we're looking at. It is a dollar something. I think it was $1.20, $1.30, $1.40. It keeps coming up, but doesn't seem to make the cut. Well, it did today because it made a new 52-week high. There's 681 million shares outstanding. It's a $1.1 billion company. The high was, we didn't put out a video yesterday, but the high was, yes, April the 6th at 163. The low was a year ago, April the 7th at 42 cents, 1 year ago today. So there's the 1 year chart. It's a substantial company. If you look at their financials, you'll see that they took a huge loss last year, and this year it looks like they've turned around and are actually showing a profit in their platinum group metal production. So lots of analyst coverage on that one too. You might check under our analyst tabs and earnings tab to see if there's anything there. SIRI on the OTC bulletin board, Sirius XM radio, mentioned them many times. Check our Twitter timeline, twitter.com/investorsguru. Looks like after this sell, we've been mentioning them pretty well on each one of those moves. As it starts and the volume picks up, it would go for a little run, then it kind of drop off. Same thing here. Well, maybe it's signaling a turn. I'm not sure. The volume did pick up, and it did make a fairly substantial up move today, 93 cents. It's a $3.6 billion company. It takes a lot of volume to move it, 3.8 billion shares outstanding. The high was $1.18 on February the 18th. The low was 30 cents June 26th of last year. They announced today that MSNBC launches on Sirius XM radio. Sirius, the satellite radio company, they've got Howard Stern and various big names. Coach K hosts Special National Championship Edition. That was a great game the other night. Anyway, so we're throwing it out there. Maybe Sirius's start is worth putting on our radar again. RNN on the AMEX. Rexahn Pharmaceuticals, mentioned it many times. Check our Twitter timeline. I didn't write these down today. I usually do. I think 93 cents is when we started following them, and followed them, mentioned them several times on the way up with each news release and new high that it made. 52-week high, I should say, broke today. That was $2 May the 12th. Looked like we started following it somewhere around here, and looked like it was maybe they're going to take another run at that. They broke it today. May the 12th, 2009 was $2. The low was 40 cents on September the 2nd. The high today was $2.22. The 1 year chart doesn't really show anything. Now they announced today that they're going to present at NASDAQ market site, but really the news that I've been watching is that Rexahn Pharmaceuticals submits Sirdaxin phase 2 protocol to FDA for Parkinson's disease. They mention other anti-cancer compounds. So anyway, that's what they're looking to their various drugs and what stages they're at. I'm looking mainly at the technicals and the momentum that the stock seems to be continuing to trade up at. And lastly, BEE, Strategic Hotel and Resorts, 506, only up 6 cents, 1.2%, 3.5 million shares traded. Traded as high as 536. Yesterday made a 52-week high. We didn't put out a video yesterday, but would have mentioned BEE again. We started mentioning BE somewhere around here in the $3 range. I think this is the third or fourth time mentioning them. Look, their financials look like a nice saucer forming. If you look at the longer term chart, you'll see that the stock at one time was a $20 stock and then sold off with everything last year. It looked like it was forming a saucer, and the trend seems to look like it's could continue, and their financial results seem to support why that was happening. Anyway, that's about it for today. Do your homework, trade safely, and we'll talk with you tomorrow. Guru Trader videos and tweets are daily snapshots of 5 to 7 very active small and microcap stocks from all North American stock exchanges. We simply track stocks that are trading up significantly on news or making new highs on very high volume without any further consideration of company fundamentals. The point is to save time by focusing on only those stocks that are moving right now. Guru Trader symbols come from filtering market movers and from subjective observations. Our software cross-references today's volume actives, percent gainers, and dollar gainers, which are filtered down to just lower price stocks. We then look at each stock's charts for apparent uptrends and news headlines for obvious one-day-only events to exclude, like a buyout, or for longer-term growth-related news like financials, drill results, patent approvals, etc. to include. This is similar to how many traders look for new stocks as a starting point for further research with their financial and investment advisors. This is not an advisory service, and conflicts may exist as we sometimes take positions, or featured stocks may have bought online advertising or IR support services. Any content published by Investors Guru Small Cap Stock Observer is subject to the terms of our privacy policy and disclaimer at investorsguru.com. For our other small cap stock channels, follow Twitter's Guru Trader Tweet in real time on your PC or mobile device at twitter.com/investorsguru. Subscribe to watch YouTube's Investors Guru video channel at youtube.com/investorsguru. Search Investors Guru at facebook.com and add us as a friend to see our videos, tweets, etc. that are all synced to post on our wall. It's free to sign up at investorsguru.com stock community for comprehensive quotes, newsletters, profiles, forums, etc., or to update your portfolio, watch list, alerts, and news by email preferences. Thanks for watching.